The lawyer suing Jay-Z, Tony Buzbee, now files a lawsuit against Roc Nation and Jay-Z again? For what? This looks like a feeble attempt to distract from the Jane Doe lawsuit that's crumbling at the surface. Yeah, let's get into some of this straight game. I don't think this gonna work.
Life is like some cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY, Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor. Click on what appears to be the little bell notification. Give me the thumbs up. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of the Straight Game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video. I'm going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Buzbee has filed another lawsuit in which it seems as if it's a distraction. Because once I looked at the information and came across a few interesting items on Tony Buzbee's, it was surfacing around the internet, if you will, and it's alleged to have come from Tony Buzbee's Instagram page, if you will, the alleging that Jay-Z and Roc Nation and Jay-Z's law firm is hiring people to file lawsuits against Tony Buzbee. I don't see why that would be a problem from the perspective of that's what Tony Buzbee does to other people. He has and around about 20 lawsuits against Diddy. So, and how it's taking away or distracting from whatever he has to do, I don't really understand that. Tony Buzbee basically suing Jay-Z and Roc Nation for allegedly soliciting his old clients to file frivolous lawsuits against him. That sounds familiar. Based on what we've heard from Jay-Z's attorney, yeah, the other day he put on a brilliant presentation on the internet for reporters. And like I said, I don't think Tony Buzbee is in a really good place as far as that lawsuit is concerned. So when this information just came up, but I got something interesting to show you. I'm going to get right into this. So look, check this out. So now, he's alleging that Jay-Z is hiring people and paying them $1,000 or whatever have you to file lawsuits, frivolous lawsuits against him, right? Former clients, people who were unhappy with his representation, if you will. So now, but check this out. So this is actually, I believe, from Tony Buzbee's, it says Tony Buzbee's Instagram page, right? And if you look at it, it's three white guys at somebody's door, right? And these are some of the people I think that they're alleging that work for Jay-Z, if you will. They're knocking on people's doors and they work for Jay-Z. Now, the problem with this is, if you see the first statement by Candyman, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that one down and I'm gonna give it to you like this. Look, watch this. Boom. Tony Buzbee, the King Candyman. The King Candyman in that same Instagram post, if you will, as somebody commenting on the statement and these guys supposedly working for Jay-Z. The King Candyman says, who I believe he lives in Texas, if you will. The King Candyman says Buzbee hired these guys. I've seen the middle dude at HEB Bakery on Cypress. Now, we don't know what HEB Bakery is, but evidently this guy knows. And so what also was being alleged is the fact that, we go here, this is taken from the transcript in which Tony Buzbee said he has the audio of these people alleging something about being paid. I see nothing related to Jay-Z and being able to prove. How do you prove that these guys allegedly work for Jay-Z? like the guy Candyman said, Tony Buzbee could hire these guys and basically, give them the plan, go out, act like you guys work for Jay-Z, and we're going to, from somebody's house, we're going to record it and then go and, basically say that, hey, these guys were hired by Jay-Z. But the funny part about it is, look, in a couple of days or maybe by next week, anyone Googling Buzbee and his company, his practice are going into litigation, okay? What we're trying to do is we're trying to put this thing together for the company that we're working for, right? What company is that? We could get you paid. You could get money right soon, We gave this kid $1,000 to start yesterday just to get him on the right path. Now, man, the feeble attempt to try to make Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and anybody else look like they're complicit in something like this is just preposterous. It doesn't even sound right. Paying them $1,000 to file a lawsuit? But what got me was in that same post, and I go back to it again, once again, as you see these guys here, what does it say? Buzbee hired these guys. I've seen the middle dude at H-E-B Bakery on Cypress. Now, none of us, and he's saying the middle guy, this guy right here in the middle, right? And who would know to record this and then send it to Tony Buzbee from that perspective, if you will? You know what I mean? So this reeks of high hell, stinks of desperation, if you will, from that perspective. Like I said once again. Now let's get into some of these what Jay-Z and his lawyers had to say in reference to this, right? Basically, listen. And so when someone talks about filing lawsuits, to date, Buzbee's firm, on behalf of clients, has filed 20 lawsuits against Sean P. Diddy Combs that include allegations of SA. Attorneys for Combs have denied the allegation. And basically, Buzbee is saying this conduct was specifically targeted at our firm, so we would not pursue cases related to the Diddy litigation, Buzbee told CNN in a statement. But we will not be bullied and intimidated. Now, this sounds like a tactic to distract from the fact that if you got cases, you got lawyers, you're going to file them. You got to file answers to these other cases that you deem frivolous, that you say Jay-Z is hiring these people. But we've seen no proof that they work for Jay-Z. We've seen no proof. This is just, once again, another allegation. But in fact, the guy right here, once again, I'm going to take you back to him. As you see right here, that's that first statement right there, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you. The first statement right there says what? Buzbee hired these guys. I've seen the middle dude at H-E-B Bakery on Cypress. That's detailed. Somebody's saying they seen somebody on Cypress, and we don't know what that is, where that is, because we don't live in Houston, correct? Right? So that's something that that came about as this post was made from that perspective, right? Now, check this out. And Cypress, somebody chime in if they know where Cypress is or H-E-B Bakery is in Houston off of Cypress. Check this out now. Basically, he's saying that they're hiring these people to file frivolous lawsuits to keep him from pursuing the Diddy litigation. No, you had the young lady come out on NBC and speak. I wonder, have you finished the lie detector test? That's not admissible in court. But check this out. A spokesman for Rock Nation, the entertainment company which Carter founded in 2008, denied Buzbee's accusation, calling the lawsuit baloney. Check it out. Tony Buzbee's baloney lawsuit against Rock Nation is nothing more than another sham. And that's what it appears to me to be. It appears to be a sham. There's no proof that Jay-Z hired these people and all of this other stuff to go and try to get people to file lawsuits and all of these things. Once again, the lawsuit that was filed against Jay-Z, when Jay-Z's lawyer the other day went on and did the PowerPoint presentation showing that it was mathematically impossible for Jay-Z to be in the location where the young lady was saying this alleged fabricated incident happened at. But check this out. He said Tony Buzbee's baloney lawsuit against Roc Nation is nothing more than another sham. A spokesperson for Roc Nation told CNN in a statement, it's a pathetic attempt, it's a pathetic attempt to distract and deflect attention. This sideshow won't change the ultimate outcome, and true justice will be served soon. A spokesman for Quinn Emanuel also denied the accusations. Check it out. Quinn Emanuel is the law firm that's representing Jay-Z. We assume this frivolous lawsuit from Jay-Z's law firm, their quote, we assume this frivolous lawsuit as an attempt to distract from his other frivolous lawsuits, the firm's spokesperson told CNN. We have no idea what he's talking about. They have no idea what he's talking about. They're in New York. They're trying to defend this. Like, you don't see, I've never seen Quinn Emanuel file any kind of lawsuit that I would deem suspect or whatever. But Tony Buzbee, from what I've seen and what we know, once again, everything is John Doe, Jane Doe. So much so that Tony Buzbee has also made the accusation or claimed that some of his clients have made the accusation that Jay-Z also had some inappropriate relationship with young boys or something like that. It's not true. I'm telling you, it's not true. And you know what? Like I said, once again, people don't understand. You should be, as a tax-paying public citizen, you should be mad as hell that a lawyer would take something like this and trivialize it when you have real people out here suffering from SA, the R word, all of these things, right? It makes them not want to come forward when confronted with situations like this, right? So now, you have to understand, Jay-Z's attorney and law firm basically say, we assume that this frivolous lawsuit is an attempt to distract from his other frivolous lawsuits, the firm's spokesperson told CNN. We have no idea what he's talking about. At a meeting with reporters earlier this week, Carter's attorney, Alex Spiro of Quinn Emanuel, highlighted a number of inconsistencies in Doe's case that he said proves his client is innocent. We've asked, when asked by a reporter about the investigators who have allegedly been hired to investigate Buzbee's firm, Spiro said his firm has no involvement. None. I mean, that would be a waste of money. Why would you need to, all you have to do is basically present your case against the case that Tony Buzbee has filed on in representation of Jane Doe, in which they found at least 7 inconsistencies in her whole story. And like I told you before, the fact that I thought about the fact that, well, she said she crept out the window at 3 o'clock in the evening, at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock in the evening, because the ride from Rochester, New York to where the Video Music Awards would have held is 5 hours. So she needed to drive there to get there. She said her friend took her, right? So needed to creep out of the house. So what time was dinner at her house? Did her mother and them check the room? Is giving her a name? Is Sarah still there? Is she there? And, the time for dinner. Nobody wondered where she was or anything like that. But she said she snuck out at 3 p.m. Come on. It doesn't even make mathematical sense, if you will, from that perspective, right? Listen, but on Wednesday, today, Spiro, in a new filing, asked the court for an order to preserve evidence, citing that what they allege is Buzbee's misconduct. Listen, today, Wednesday, Spiro, in a new filing, asked the court for an order to preserve evidence, citing that they allege what they allege is Buzbee's misconduct in handling Jane Doe's case. See, we're not going to. So even if he decides to come up and say, hey, you know, we're not going to no longer fight, Jay-Z's lawyers asking to preserve evidence because they're going to go after Tony Buzbee. He thought he could take this show on the road and go national with it. But man, Jay-Z's attorney and the law firm, they not playing no games. I don't think Tony Buzbee thought this one out well because Jay-Z got long money. Yeah, when your money long and your game strong, man, you know, the party can go on and on. You understand what I'm saying? And so, but like I said, once again, on Wednesday, Spiro, in a new filing, asked the court for an order to preserve evidence, citing that what they allege is Buzbee's misconduct in handling Jane Doe's case, and to strike her complaint. In the filing, Spiro wrote that Buzbee failed to vet Doe's allegations before filing his complaint against Carter. That is a fact, because Tony Buzbee has said just recently, we're continuing to vet her claims, which means that he didn't properly vet her case before filing it. I don't know what he was thinking about, but it wasn't about justice in the best interest of his client, right? Check it out. Spiro wrote that Buzbee failed to vet Jane Doe's allegations before filing his complaint against Carter. Spiro's filing also said that inconsistencies in Jane Doe's case prove that her allegations against Jay-Z are meritless. And that's what we've seen. Buzbee on Monday told CNN that his firm vetted Doe's claim through a series of interviews with a seasoned investigator. So now he didn't talk to the young lady to be able to gauge whether what she was saying was credible, right? He's saying now, oh, we did this through a third party, which in fact would be then hearsay. Buzbee on Monday basically said his firm vetted Doe's claims through a series of interviews with a seasoned investigator and by performing a background check on her. A background check? She wasn't applying for a job. She was looking to be represented for what she said or alleged that happened, which we now know to be not true. Listen, they performed a background check. He acknowledged that his firm is still continuing to vet her claims. It's not working, man. This new lawsuit filed suing Roc Nation Jay-Z and Jay-Z's law firm for allegedly soliciting people to file lawsuits against his firm it's a feeble attempt to distract from the fact that the case that he filed against Jay-Z is not working at this particular point. Nothing more, nothing less. And I take you back once again. I take you back to this. The guy basically saying, the King Candyman saying, Buzbee hired these guys. I'm seeing the middle dude at HEB Bakery on Cypress. Once again now, and what he's talking about is this. Check it out. These guys right here. He said he's seen the middle guy. As you can see, that's the top comment. I actually just cut the comment off so that you can actually see it. The top comment is the guy, the King Candyman, basically saying, Buzbee hired these guys. I've seen the middle dude at HEB Bakery on Cypress. Amazing. So yeah, this is crazy, man. It's like, how do you prove that Jay-Z allegedly hired these guys? How do you prove that? Do you go and get them and get them to confess, or basically say, yeah, we work for some? It doesn't even make sense. You can't prove it. It's just a mere allegation, right? And come on, are you kidding me? Once again, like I just said, and like Jay-Z's lawyer and Roc Nation just basically said, Tony Buzbee's baloney lawsuit against Roc Nation is nothing more than another sham. It's a sham lawsuit, they're saying. A spokesperson for Roc Nation told CNN in a statement, it's a pathetic attempt to distract and deflect attention. This sideshow won't change the ultimate outcome, and true justice will be served soon. I think Tony Buzbee has a little bit of filer's remorse for filing that case against Jay-Z. And they're asking, Jay-Z's attorney is serious, and they're serious, man. You know, they're very serious, because basically Jay-Z's lawyer, Spiro, in a new filing today, filing and asked the court for an order to preserve evidence, citing that what they allege is Buzbee's misconduct in handling Doe's case, and to strike her complaint. In the filing, Spiro wrote that Buzbee failed to vet Doe's allegations before filing his complaint against Carter, right? Spiro filing also said that the inconsistencies in Jane Doe's case prove that her allegations against Jay-Z are meritless. They are without merit. Oh, absolutely. Your boy DELRAY, straight gang.